So the question is, you know, was this a good choice or a bad choice? This sucker started at like, how many ETH? Alex, how many ETH did this start at? Like if you look at the history of these, what did it start at? 10 grand, and now it's at 231,000. So I'm also going to give away money right now. I'm going to give away Bitcoin and ETH. How much should we give away, Alex? We'll give away a couple ETH to people. So I'm going to give you a chance to win some Bitcoin or Ethereum. So I'll probably give away, I don't know, give away $5,000 worth of crypto plus a chance at the Bored Ape. The Bored Ape is easy. You just join my Discord, TAILOPEZ.com/NFT, and you will see. You will see. So let's see how many. Damn, this is insane. I have 1,800 people on Instagram, 400 people on Facebook. Can't even see TikTok. Oh God, I think I'm gonna be live about 3,000. Plus, I got all the audio. I'm on Twitter Spaces. I'm on Facebook audio. Got 400 people there. Discord. How many people I got on Discord? 546. Clubhouse. I got fucking 6 people. What the fuck happened to Clubhouse? Clubhouse. So here's the deal. I'm dropping my own NFT collection next month, and it's my OG Original Garage Social Club. Up to that point, I'm going to give away a whole bunch of stuff in my Discord. Plus, I'm going to give away this Bored Ape right before I drop my mint, like before I do my mint. My social club has a lot of utility. Get access to my masterminds. I'm out here fulfilling the roadmap right now. I'm in Sweden. I was just in Denmark looking at buying one of the top nightclubs in the world, actually. I'm going to build a badass social club, like a real deal social club. You know, I was thinking today, as an entrepreneur, what's the secret to making money? And there's a good book on this. Jim Collins, he wrote the book Good to Great, one of the best-selling business books of all time. And you know what he said? When you look at why the rich get richer, it's not just what you think. A lot of people think the rich get richer simply because, let me see one of your phones. I want to film this crap. It's crazy. You think the rich get richer simply because, you know, they have access to money, their parents' connections. And there's truth to that, okay? If your parents went to Harvard, it's good for you. Just walk around there. I'm going to film this. But also, it's the connections in the social circle you get. If your daddy's rich, you get their social circle. And that social circle is underestimated. And I look back at my life, what made me the most money is meeting this person, meeting Dr. David Buss in 2012, meeting Joel Salatin when I was 19 years old, meeting Alan Nation when I was 20 years old. Let me film this. All right, I'm live. What?
If you want to flip the camera, that's Instagram.
Oh yeah, let me do it here. So, by the way, let's give away some Bitcoin right now. You can see the Bored Ape right behind me that I bought, right here. It's number 7899. That's the one I'm giving away. So, go to right now. You should be in my Discord. TAILOPEZ.com/NFT will take you to my Discord. But let me film this. There you can get, if you get whitelisted, you'll get access. Okay. All right, setting a world record. Here's all my audio spaces. Here I'm live. Did we forget to do club? We forgot one.
Speakeasy crash.
Boom! Look at all this. It's insane. Here's the Bored Ape that I bought. Okay, Maya, just save this. I saved it. So let's talk. I want to talk about some crypto news. Like I said, let's look at Instagram. Who thinks crypto and who thinks NFTs is like the tulip craze? You know, in the 1700s, in the Netherlands, all these people were trading tulips, and it turned out to be a big, you know, bust, and everybody lost all their money. Because I have a different take on it. First off, crypto obviously has utility, no matter what the government tells you. Okay, there's a lot of utility in being able to just send money. If you live in Nigeria, but you're working in the United States, and you want to give money, send money back to your parents, repatriate money, you can do it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You don't have to do bank. You don't have to do some rip-off, you know. There's all these rip-off money wire transfers. You can just send it. You can send it beyond the reach of government. Some people find utility in that. Some people say, oh, well, that's going to encourage money laundering. Money laundering is already happening. Pablo Escobar was doing Pablo Escobar shit before NFTs and DeFi and crypto existed. So it's all bull. People keep talking about, oh, the legal uses. Everything that makes money, anything in life that has value will be used both legally and illegally. Can you listen on Facebook? I want you to listen on Facebook because I want to see if I close my phone, if I lose my audio. All right, let's give away $500 in Bitcoin or ETH right now. I'm going to ask a trivia question. That's going to be easy. It's going to test your crypto knowledge, but I'm sure you'll know it. If you're on my Instagram live, you know, if you're on Clubhouse, you might not be able to do this, but the question is, what is the max supply? What will the eventual, not yet, max supply of Bitcoin be? Who knows? Who knows? Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Who knows the answer? Who knows the answer? Ty, there's no video on Discord. Yeah, Discord's just audio. What's the maximum supply, eventual supply? There we go. All right, Jesse or Jesus Diarte, 21 million. I'm going to pin you here, and my team should take a picture. I've got pinned on Instagram. Maya, or some of you. Do you hear? Can you go into the
I'm listening to
Facebook audio?
Yeah, I can hear it.
So right now, do you still hear it? Sweet.
Although we'll hang on though, it's lagging a little. Let me make sure.
Hold on. I'm gonna give away more. So yeah, 21 million. Now it comes over time. It's not, the max supply hasn't been reached, by the way. Anyway, $500 for somebody.
Yes, I can hear it. When you
Okay, good. I got my phone closed. I'm here live. I got 686 live. My Discord just broke about 21,000. I just started pushing my Discord like 3 days ago, and it's going crazy. Now, let's talk about DeFi for a second. Who's watching these DeFi coin crashes? Like Wonderland time, Turn this on. Wonderland. I never can see that I'm on video on our app, but I got that. So just see if you go in Clubhouse. So some of these are down 95%. Wait, just keep it on me. They can see me. I can't see myself. They can see me. You just join Speakeasy, you'll see it. I'm live on 11 phones. So just point the phone here. Bro, they can see me. I just want you to confirm by looking on your own phone. What was I just talking about? Yeah, so I'm going to tell you why. Now, I'm a co-founder, me and Alex. Alex is here. I don't see you, Alex. Oh, let me pop you up here. There's Dr. Alex. You can see him on the iPhone. You were eating? We just bought the Bored Ape. How many, was it 95 ETH for the Bored Ape? We bought 7,899. Red hair, this little t-shirt with black, white stripes. So anyway, Alex and I are co-founders of Atlas USV, which is the DeFi protocol. And a lot of people are laughing, oh, you guys launched a fucking protocol and it only has 160 APY. Why would I ever go into that? I should have gone into this crypto, that gives 80,000. I said, shit, a sucker's born every fucking minute. You can't get 80,000 APY, dipshits. That's what my answer to them. I'm not calling you all dipshits. In 5 years, that's more molecules than there are in the universe. And even if you argue, well, they're going to lower the APY over time, you still have what's called supply overhang. Too many people got free rewards and they're going to liquidate them. And so your price is always going to dump on you. Go to atlasusv.com. You can see it on CoinGecko. This is one Alex and I co-founded. What's it up right now? Through all of this, we're like dropped maybe 10, 15%. Everyone else dropped 90%, and now it's coming out of the treasury. There's an algorithm that can defend the price. The problem with Bitcoin, the problem even with NFTs, maybe a little bit less so in NFTs, but the problem with the cryptocurrencies as they're traditionally thought of, right? So the top ones, the top two coin market cap are Bitcoin, ETH, but it applies to Ripple, ADA, Cardano, all of these, is that they can't defend their price that easily. The thought of the 2.0 DeFi tokens was out this treasury, right? You have like a locked minimum value, but you can see now, as of yesterday, that locked value doesn't mean shit if people don't believe in it. So yeah, somebody said 80,000 would be more. Yeah, I mean 80,000 APY. There's ones that what was that one API on the? What's the one Mark Cuban lost money on? What did the APY go to? 2 billion.
Yeah, it was 800 million to
800 million APY, and people were still buying that. I'm going. This is like the Weimar Republic in Germany in the 1920s. My grandma was born in 1918 in the Weimar Republic of Germany. There was so much hyperinflation. My grandma said her dad was a doctor, my great-grandfather. He didn't want to get paid in money. He got paid, she remembers rabbits hanging out, dead rabbits. Farmers, like my great-grandfather would go deliver a baby and get paid in rabbits because they could eat it. So be careful out there. I was talking about this yesterday. The fundamentals always apply to making money. The reason I think Bored Apes, look, art has utility. Sigmund Freud, the great Sigmund Freud, the founder of modern psychology, he says in his book, Civilization is Discontents, the 8 ways humans find happiness. And one of them is through beauty and aesthetics. One of them is through beauty and aesthetics. And so art has utility. Like I said, I was talking yesterday. I went to Czech Republic. And I remember being in a small town called, I think it's Brno. I forget how to pronounce it like a Czech person. But this communist architecture had just it was the ugliest place I'd ever been. You just woke up depressed because it was concrete buildings. So never think that art and music have no utility. The utility they have is human happiness. And at the end of the day, what's greater utility than human happiness? So I don't think in and of itself, the fact that a Bored Ape is art, people say it's just pixels. Well, I mean, I was in Denmark last week, a couple days ago. I'm in Sweden now. When I was in Denmark, I went to the National Museum. I saw a Rembrandt, right? An original Rembrandt. It's not pixels, it's paint. We still process that through our eyeballs in the same way as paint or pixels. So you can't just say, oh, pixels have no value. Oh, Higa Machado, how are you? My jiu-jitsu teacher, Higa Machado. So anyway, I think that a lot of NFT projects will crash, and that's why I say, look at the people behind the projects, behind the collection. Gary Vee did one. It's doing well because people know he can fulfill doing a conference with his V friends. Okay. I'm doing my OG, which stands for Original Garage Social Club, and people are super hyped for it. If you go on I have one of the most active Discords there is. No bots in it either, because a lot of these motherfuckers have bots to inflate the activity. I got 0 bots. Okay, I mean, we kick every bot out. There's probably one or a couple bots that figure out, but the activity is all real. And it's because people know that I buy real assets. Like me buying nightclubs, me buying restaurants, me buying hotels, me buying lounges. This is like Soho House owns all this stuff around the world. Of course I can do that. That's what I do for a living. I buy stuff. I bought Radio Shack. I bought Pier 1. I bought it last year. I was doing $1.7 billion in revenue. So you have to look and say, is this roadmap real? It's the same thing with crypto tokens. You have to say, is this APY defensible? And most stuff, I was reading about Celsius. Who knows Celsius? It's like kind of like a lending platform. You put your crypto in there and they're paying out between 2 and 18%. Now they're under investigation. U.S. government starting to probe because they're saying, is this defensible? Like, can you actually fulfill this? Celsius is arguing, yeah, we can fulfill it because there's higher ROI than what we're lending out at, and we take a spread. We'll see whether it turns out to be true or not. I mean, lending is a tricky game. But the point being, if you want to make a lot of money in life, you got to keep your head screwed on straight. And a lot of people start thinking that new laws of wealth apply because it's 2022. Fuck that. The same way the Mayan Empire and the Incas in Central and South America, the Aztecs, were creating wealth, is the same way you're going to create wealth now. Now, the Aztecs, what did they use? They used chocolate. They used cacao beans. An interesting story. Spanish pirates intercepted cacao beans, thought that was rabbit manure, and threw it overboard, which, by the way, is an argument for cryptocurrency. You ever seen the movie Wolf of Wall Street? Jordan Belfort, where he had to strap money on his body. Well, that was happening with the Aztecs. They had to transport money. I've been to Potosi in Bolivia, where the Spanish Empire basically exploited the native Indians to work in the silver mines. And they pulled so much silver, I think it was in the 1500s, out of Potosi, the mines. It's one of the highest cities in the world. They said they could have built an actual bridge back to Spain. And that was Spain, why at one point Spain was the dominant empire. You know, Spain, it was Portugal, it was England, it was France, it depends on what time. And it was all around these fundamentals. Do you have something in your possession that has value? Now, silver back then had no value except perceived value. So sometimes people say, Ty, I don't think this Bored Ape is valuable because it's only perceived value. But that's always what's been valuable. So that in and of itself is not a good enough argument against crypto, that, oh, it's only perceived value. Anyway, go to tailopez.com/NFT. I'm going to be reading off the names of people who are getting into my Discord, or maybe I can't even get in there. Alex, can you see people that are getting in the Discord? We're at 22,000 or something when I checked last. We're going to blow this Discord up to 100, 200,000 before I do my OG drop.
It's crazy right now.
Yeah, it's an active ass group. All right, let me take let's give away some more Bitcoin. Who wants some Bitcoin? Who wants ETH? Do you want Bitcoin or do you want ETH? That's the question. Alex would rather give away ETH. Am I right on that, Alex?
That's right.
Alex is more of an ETH guy. I'm on the fence. I see value in both, a ton of value in both. And I've been telling people, by the way, some people, it's funny, people are like, oh, Ty, you're just new to crypto. I'm like, bitch, I was all over the internet telling people 2017 to get into crypto. And people are like, Ty, you told people to buy at the peak. What the fuck are you talking about? The peak? Shit, people in crypto have such a pedantic understanding of timelines. Crypto's going to go up and down forever, just like the value of the US dollar is going up and down all the time, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think's happened in the last 2 years of the value of the US dollar? Inflation is real. And by the way, it's not just the US dollar, it's all fiat. Huge trouble. I'm here in Europe, cost to heat your house has doubled. Now, some of that has to do with supply, Putin, Russia, the Ukrainian situation. Look at oil. Norway is becoming rich as fuck again. Remember when oil, I don't know if people remember, oil was so cheap, okay, that it was negative cost per barrel. People were paying you to take their oil. Best thing you could have done a couple of years ago is buy yourself some oil storage. You could have been rich, because now I just looked at the price of Brent crude, which is it's a classification of oil, and didn't it break $100 a barrel on Brent? Rick, just do it. Don't tell someone else to do it. Who just bought a new Lambo? Somebody needs a Red Bull? Okay, let me do a trivia question for $500 in Bitcoin or ETH. I already picked one person on Instagram.
Do Discord too.
Do Discord. Yeah, but how the fuck? I can't see all the Discord. You pick somebody, Alex.
All right. Tell me when to stop. Put
1, 2, 3, stop. We're picking somebody in the Discord.
Wait, this thing crashed on me.
Okay, Discord. We just crashed Discord. Go look at tailopez.com/NFT. Get in the Discord. It's insane. It's free. The Discord, we've been breaking Discord. Wait till I have like 200,000-300,000 people in my Discord. I'm gonna break that bitch. Get some servers. Server time. They're gonna have to deploy more AWS. Okay, ready, set, go. $500 to someone in Discord. Who is it? Pin them. Prequi? I love the name. What's up, Prequi? Doesn't even sound like a real name. Prequi. Prequi. Why are people are typing 21 million? Okay, I got a question. Who's the real Satoshi? Is it Craig Wright? Is it Elon Musk? Is it, what's the other guy that everybody thinks that's more credible? I'll remember in a second. By the way, if you don't know, if you're new to crypto, nobody knows who the hell started BTC, aka Bitcoin. It's probably not Elon Musk. It's probably not Craig Wright. And what's the guy's name? Damn it. Not Jeff Bezos. Someone said Putin. Here's the thing. Why would Putin start Bitcoin? Like, I have my doubts. What's the point? He's already the richest man in the world unofficially. I mean, he's not on the Forbes list, but let's be real. If you control a military the size of Russia and you're a one-man band, because you know he made himself president or premier until he changed the law until 2035, you're pretty rich. The number one way people have created wealth is to take wealth from other people. I mean, that's where wealth comes from, sadly, in human history. Most wealth was just taken. The silver mines, the Central and South American wealth, you know, Genghis Khan's hordes took the wealth all the way across from Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, all the way into the gates of, you know, Austria. Anyway, the Vikings. I'm here in Sweden. By the way, if you're ever in Sweden, don't say Viking. It's Viking. They're like, what is a Viking? I've never heard of that. The reason there's so many beautiful women in this damn area is they took them all from other countries. It's one way to create beauty. Just take all the beautiful women. Vikings were going all around the world stealing people. I have a feeling they didn't steal the ugly ones first. They're like, we're going to leave this one here. We're leaving this one right here for you. We're taking these three right here. We'll take this. This one we're taking. I mean, I'm not making light of it, but it was a long time. It's not too soon to make a joke, okay? The Viking were between, what, the 800s and the 1200s. You know that I was in Denmark. I wonder if Voldemort, you know the name Voldemort? Voldemort in Harry Potter? The Danish Viking king was Voldemort the second. He's the younger. There was Voldemort the elder, Voldemort the second. Here in Sweden, you had one dude named Gustav Adolf, okay, in the 1500s. He was a great king. In fact, Napoleon studied the Swedish conqueror. But this dude had a lot of women and a lot of kids. And that's why I think, this is my own theory, that's why Swedish people have a certain look. This guy had a type. Gustav Adolf had a type. He had a lot of kids with that type. Anyway, little side note of history. Let's go back to making money. Let's talk about crypto. What are the applications of crypto nobody's thinking about? I talked about this yesterday. Supply chain, food. So there's something called CSAs, Community Supported Agriculture, and that's being used. I have organic farms in the United States in Virginia, and you sell like a share of the land. You say this land's going to produce this much food, and we sell this 100 people claim that 1 acre. That's a great use for an NFT because the NFT makes it tradable, which is interesting. So that's the key, is that when things begin to be able to be traded, that's what really changed wealth in the world. Because think about it. I might have something that's no longer valuable to me. 1,000 years ago, I might have had 100 camels. Say I was from North Africa. I did my DNA. I'm 5.9% African. Okay? So one of my ancestors maybe had 100 camels, and they only needed 50. And so they began to trade camels. But the problem was the other dude might have wanted to trade you camels, and you didn't want camels. Or he might want to trade you a cow. And so this is where currency started, slowly but surely, all the way up to, say, Medici times in Southern Europe, Italy, present-day Italy. And where NFTs become interesting, traditional crypto allows you to trade fungible things that you don't care about the individuality, right? If I hand you if you go to a strip club and you throw $100 bills on the stage, I did a music video a couple years ago with a rapper, OT Genesis, and he was like, Ty, throw all these $100 bills. No stripper cared. She wasn't like, I don't like the serial number on this $100 bill. So there was fungibility, there was exchangeability, there was generic nature to the $100 bills. Now this painting behind me, which is just a print, who knows who this is behind me? It's a very famous artist, an amazing artist from Mexico. If this was an original, this is non-fungible, meaning if I possess the one, I'm not going to share it with you unless you pay me. So just so you all know, because people get confused with what are, you know, NFTs and what's the difference between NFTs and regular crypto. The difference is one's generic and one's not. I like to use the word generic. I'm trying to explain this to everyday, ordinary, non-crypto people. It's simpler than fungibility. They should have called it non-generic tokens. NGT. I should launch NGTs. There's fucking one problem with the crypto community. You can't be using words that nobody understands. You need mass adoption of something if you make it the world's most complex word. No human really used the word fungibility before the last year. I mean, did you walk around ever and say, oh, fungible, non-fungible? No. So anyway, we'll call it generic, non-generic. A piece of farmland. Now, in a lot of the United States, it's illegal to sell raw milk, which is bullshit because raw milk has a lot of health benefits that pasteurized and homogenized milk doesn't have, no matter what people try to bullshit you and tell you. By the way, if you think milk's not healthy for you, go to the highest milk consumption countries in the world. Go look at the people and tell me if you think they're healthy. And then look at the countries that have the lowest dairy consumption. I don't want to piss off a lot of people. I don't know why people hang their hat on bashing dairy, but the development of dairy is one of the biggest things that changed Homo sapiens, possibly made us stronger than Neanderthals. But you can't sell raw milk in the United States, a lot of states, without going to prison. So people came up with this concept of a herd share. You buy this cow, I'm the farmer, and you can pick up the milk once a week. I store it for you, but it's your cow because you're allowed to have your own cow. You just can't sell milk from your cows to other people. So that's a perfect example where NFT would come in. You could have an NFT per cow, an NFT per plot of land. You get all the produce that's grown on there. And then if you understand NFTs, they trade in the secondary market. And so the farmer could live off maybe the secondary. It might not be a lot of trading, but there's ways. Education system. I'm gonna revolutionize in this current. The reason you want to get in this OG first NFT drop that I'm doing is because it's also going to give you a mint pass to my future stuff, buying hotels. But I'm also going to work on revolutionize. I think you should have an NFT that represents the tuition for an education. Right now in America, people are getting $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 in debt for shitty. By the way, people get shitty college degrees. Oh my God. By the way, I told everybody a decade ago, it's causation, correlation. College ain't helping people. And Peter Thiel came along and started paying smart kids like Vitalik Buterin in 2014, paid him $100,000 not to go to Harvard, not to go to Yale. And out of that, Vitalik built Ethereum and created the Solidity programming language and created the second largest cryptocurrency and the largest most utilized blockchains in terms of dApps. That was from a 19-year-old kid. But anyway, people go to college and they get commute. I mean, some people get an English degree and get $80,000 in debt. I'm like, bitch, you already know English. You're in America. If you think Bored Apes are a scam, how about an English degree? It's like, oh, suckers born every minute. Now you might say, oh, well, to be a great writer, you need an English degree. Not really. Did Hemingway have an English degree? No. Greatest American writer? No, of course not. So anyway, I think NFTs can represent tuition. And then when you're done with your 4 years, you sell the NFT to someone else. Imagine you're in your college 4 years. The cost of that comes in a membership form through an NFT. That can't be cloned. It can't be faked, right? It's a smart contract. Now, when you're done with your 4 years, you could sell it. And even if it's gone down in value, at least, let's say you spent $50,000 on those 4 years, maybe you sell it for $40,000, or maybe the value's risen because the university's put in new improvements. So all of a sudden, you go to school and you made money on the NFT. Now, universities probably ain't going to do this because they're slow. But also, you would ask, because I've said this and people think they're smart. Oh, Todd, well, then how do the universities make money? On the secondary. They could set their royalties to 10%. Somebody, 10,000 students exchange the NFTs when they graduate. And they get 10% a piece of that. Universities have plenty of money. They get money through endowments. They get money through, through alumni contributing. Harvard has one of the biggest, it has an endowment larger than most countries. By the way, how come TikTok looks so much better live stream? I look better on TikTok. How can I just always look like I look on TikTok? Is it a perpetual thing?
Filter, maybe.
I'm like, some of these. Yeah, by the way, I got an axe to grind. How come my fucking iPhone, when I video, I can't turn the camera around while I'm videoing, but Instagram can do it. And TikTok. Apple, supposedly the greatest company in human history, hasn't figured out how to fucking make a flippable video camera, but TikTok, the Chinese have, Instagram has, Snapchat has. What the fuck? Have you figured that out, Brett? Okay, let me do a giveaway. I'm going to do a giveaway on Discord in 2 minutes. Go to tailopez.com/NFT. I'm going to give away another $500 in Bitcoin or ETH. Yo.
Do you want to do people wait to whitelist people who are already whitelisted?
No, just give it to people coming in the community. I want to build a huge community. I want to be one of the kings of utility NFTs. That's my goal. I'm not an artist, so I can't be, art. I love art. I like to consume it. This is the Bored Ape Alex and I just bought right here. Number 7899. You can see the history. We just bought it, 2 hours ago? We paid about approximately, at the time, $231,000. It's got red hair. I had my cousin, she picked it. Always have women pick your aesthetics, guys. Whatever you do, don't ask guys for fashion advice unless they're like in the fashion industry. Guys always think... Yeah, Alex, of course. Whatever Alex chooses, I'm going opposite. Alex, you have a lot of skill, and Alex has a PhD in aerospace engineering. If I need aerospace tech coding advice, I go to Alex, not clothing advice. Alex would wear the same pair of clothes with 100 of the same thing in his closet. I promise you. Okay, we have 1,000 people. How many people are in Speakeasy, TikTok, Facebook Live, video, because I got Facebook audio here. This is insane. I think there's I don't know how many people are watching this, but it's a lot. There's going to be, if you add them all up. And yes, you can go live on Facebook, Twitter Spaces, and Twitter video, and Facebook video, and Facebook audio. I just discovered something. I bet you no one ever tried it. I like to try new things. If you want to make money in this world, you better be on the cutting edge. I saw a good little video by, who's the dude who does Rich Dad, Poor Dad? Robert Kiyosaki. So there's 4 types of people in the world. One wants to win. That's Alex, by the way. What was the other one? One wants to get rich. That's also Alex. One wants to be comfortable. And one wants other people to like them. Which one are you? Now, humans, in reality, the algorithm, the heuristics in human brain is all 4. But anyway, Alex is not one of those. So he doesn't care what people think of him in terms of his clothing. So I did not choose you. Who's going to tailopez.com/NFT, joining the community right now in Discord and getting 500 in Bitcoin? Hold on, sorry. I got to leave in a little bit, but I'm going to give away more stuff. How much? We've only given away $1,000 worth of stuff. If you win this Bored Ape right here, $231,000. And if the price of ETH goes up, this thing might be even more valuable. This is life-changing for some of you. What I like about it, too, is it's easily transferable. You can win it in India. Who wants this right here? $231,000 NFT. Be watching. Be watching for my collection. Oh, how do I put this? Adam, put this thing so I don't need the weird thing. Just put that behind. All right, Alex. Are a lot of people jumping in the Discord right now?
Oh, yeah. Discord is having a hard time.
We're breaking Discord. One time I had the world record for Instagram comments. I got 450,000 Instagram comments on a post. It took me about, 2 hours? I got to win some kind of award. And Instagram Zuckerberg didn't even send me anything. By the way, another future of NFTs is social clubs that don't just make one oligarch like Mark Zuckerberg rich. You watch the decoupling, I should say the decentralization of social media has, everybody's talked about it. Tron tried to do it with like a YouTube thing, and BitClout tried to do it and all this, but nobody's pulled it off. But the two ways people are going to get rich in crypto and NFTs is the decentralized social media platform that takes off, and number two, fractionalizing real estate with NFTs. It's tricky. It seems as easy, but the deed system in the world, especially in the United States, is very fragmented, local. They're still using stamps. I just bought 500-600 acres of farmland the other month, and it's like, we have to do stamps. You got to go into a little office, and it's like stamps. The opposite of NFT, it's like, we have a stamp. Now this land is yours. I'm going, oh my God. So, but most of the world's wealth is in real estate. Now, for individuals, most of the wealth creation on the Forbes list comes from building brands. So, it's a two-edged sword, right? You can make it in real estate, makes the most millionaires. The most billionaires is not from real estate. TAILOPEZ.com/NFT. How many people just joined, Alex, in the last couple minutes? Well, look at just the overall count. Look at the count. Okay, let's give away this 500 in the Discord right now. So, I'll tell you when to stop, Alex. By the way, the Discord is where you get access to the damn Bored Ape giveaway. TAILOPEZ.com/NFT takes you right there. It redirects you. How come people keep typing 21 million? That's the wrong question, ladies and gentlemen. That was a question from like a long time ago. Somebody said, no lie, the Discord is crazy. Dude, I have one of the most active Discords. Not even just from the giveaway. Just, I have a big community. Wait till I drop my OG collection. Get on the whitelist. Get on the whitelist for my mint that's coming next month. Get on the white. Don't say I didn't tell you. Get on the whitelist. Damn, we have a Discord with 987 people in the audio side of it. 996. I'm doing a little on stage inside. The Discord has like, what do we have on the Discord? We just launched it. We grew in the last like 3 days from like 4,000 to 22,000. By the way, no bots. A lot of y'all motherfuckers using bots. I know your shit. You ain't tricking me. You ain't tricking me. A lot of these NFTs are inflating their own shit. There's all kinds of motherfuckers making $2-3 million at 18 years old. Some of it through shady ways, some of it through legit ways, you know. Todd, do you buy NFTs besides the ones you give away? I mean, like I said, my focus is on utility NFTs, which is a subset of the NFT world. You have, NFTs that happen in the art space, that happen in the music world. I like the utility side just because I'm a businessman and I like do stuff. So I want NFTs that accomplish real world stuff. My OG social club is going to get you access to my mastermind, my social circle, nightclubs that I'm buying, lounges, restaurants, all kinds of stuff. I really think, like, people ask me all the time how to change their life, how to make more money. Best advice I have for you is change your social circle. It's such simple advice, and sometimes people go, oh, I already know that. Give me something else. Well, I'm like, well, that's the best advice there is. It's kind of like if you want, people are like, how do you get muscles? I'm like, well, the best way to get muscles is fucking, well, two things. Eat a shit ton of the right food if you want to bulk up, and lift real weight. That pretty much never fails. And when it comes to making money, people want some special magical thing. And I'm going, well, if you study science, there's a trait there's 25 hexaco traits of personality. HEXACO. H stands for honesty, humility. E stands for extroversion, emotionality. X stands for extroversion versus introversion. A stands for agreeableness. C stands for conscientiousness. O stands for openness to new experience. It's called the Hexaco score. It was developed in 1992 in some of the top psychology departments. And the trait most correlated with you becoming wealthy is a trait called conscientiousness. And conscientiousness breaks into 4 subcategories: diligence, aka hard work; organization; perfectionism; and prudence. Prudence is making wise decisions. So anyway, why was I talking about that? By the way, if these lives see random, that's because that's what lives are. They're random. Damn, this, I see why it's funny. My numbers are dropping in Instagram, but that's because everybody's going into the Discord. It's good. That's good. We've got, let me look at the Discord. Shit, this motherfucker's going crazy. Crazy. We're going to break Discord. Yeah, damn. Okay, we just jumped up to 25,000 or 24,000. Yeah. Oh, fuck. Dude, Discord, whoever built the UI on Discord, bro, come on, man. Built the world's worst UI. Maybe. Sometimes I'm like, the way to make a cool tech product is make it fucked up to use, because then people think somehow, you know. Anyway, it's weird as fuck. Oh, I forgot to do join me in my Twitter thing. What else should we talk about, Alex? Give me some crypto news. Let's talk about crypto news. The DeFi protocols, most of them are crashing, except for Atlas USV, which Alex and I are 2 of the co-founders of. And it's not just me pumping my own token. It's not, I mean, I'm a co-founder. Go look at the fucking charts. It's because we didn't over-promise and under-deliver. You look at Klima, Wonderland. I mean, look, I have no hate against the DeFi community, but I'm going to call a spade, even if that makes people's panties get in a bunch. You want to make money, you better be thick-skinned. So me saying this gets everybody butthurt. I'm like, oh, God. You don't have what it takes to make money in the jungle, my friends. Making money is the jungle. And there's snakes. There's snakes and lions and quicksand. And, you know, Atlas USV, if you go to atlasusv.com, you can see this protocol. It's a DeFi, it's a fork of Ohm, but it's different because it has an algorithm that uses the treasury to defend the price. And if you look at fiat, where fiat is going well, the US dollar, the euro, the yen, even Chinese currencies, and some of the more controversial ones, they defend their currency. And that's what really happened. If you study US history, right after the Declaration of Independence, 1776, there was a recession the next year because of the war. And there was recessions every 3 to 5 years through most of the late 1700s and 1800s. You had a big crash in the early 1900s. Out of that, a 1 billionaire, okay, did anybody know the billionaire that bailed out the United States? Who led it? It was a consortium. It was a man named J.P. Morgan put together Rockefeller, Carnegie, and they bailed out the United States. And out of that is where the concept of this Federal Reserve, because they're like, fuck that, you can't have a sovereign nation relying on just some billionaire oligarchs to protect it. Now, the Federal Reserve has problems in and of itself. Later on, 60 years later, we went off the gold standard. But you have to give some credit where credit's due. The US dollar, the euro, they have a defensibility to it. The problem with Bitcoin, why it's not great for a universal store value, even though I own Bitcoin and I think that it's a solid brand currency, and I don't think Bitcoin will go to dollar or anything like that. I've been telling people to buy Bitcoin since it was at $4,500 on record, on live calls. But I don't like that Bitcoin can't be defended. Right? They have nothing. And these new protocols, these 2.0 DeFi protocols, had treasuries, right? They had kind of this concept of we have a minimum floor because we have 500 million in our treasury. But as you can see, it's not working right now. These protocols are dropping 95%. USV, the one Alex and I, you can see it on CoinGecko under Atlas USV. Go look at the chart. Why is it holding? Even though it's much lower volume than these other, it's because it has an algorithm that uses the millions of dollars that are in the treasury to defend the price, just like smart governments do. Yes.
There's also the other thing that is illogical about Bitcoin is you have a but Bitcoin protocol pays the miners
Yes.
for mining the blocks.
Dr. Alex is saying
it doesn't reward hodlers. So
yes.
hodler,
The problem with Bitcoin is it pays the miners, not the holders or the hodlers, if you want to use crypto terminology so you sound like you're a fucking pseudo-intellectual motherfucker. Hodlers. So whereas the new protocols, all of these DeFi protocols, they reward. That's the concept of the rewards. The problem is they tried to compete with the other protocols by offering insane APY. And when the APY is too high, it's in effect doing the same thing the US government's doing. That's the funny thing, Alex. Everybody in crypto attacks the US government for printing money. Well, the new DeFi projects are printing 80,000 APY. That's more than the US government. That is, in 5 years, more rewards than there are molecules in the universe. How's that going to turn out? It's going to create supply overhang. People, the second, forget 3-3. Everybody's like, oh, 3-3, 3-3, 3-3, so profound. If everybody works together, everything works out. Yo, dipshits, what planet have you fucking been in? I just said making money is the jungle. What if you walk in the jungle where there's snakes and tigers? You go, if we all get along, everything's going to work out in this jungle, see? Well, it's not. That's why it's called the jungle. So guess what happens? I go look on my Twitter timeline, go look back months ago. I told everybody, this thing will explode. Somebody said thoughts on the metaverse. I like the metaverse. We're in the metaverse right now. 1.0 metaverse was the Gutenberg press. Ideas were put into book form, books circulated, articles circulated. You saw things like Martin Luther with his, Protestant revolution in the world. You saw people like Voltaire with their social criticism, which led to what? The French Revolution, which is an American democracy, was very much built off the thoughts of the French, and the French Revolution was after. 1776 was, American Revolution. The French Revolution, I think, is 1891 or something. But nonetheless, the Gutenberg press was Metaverse 1 because ideas went from small tribes, small hunter-gatherers, where it was insular and all the ideas stayed there, to being able to be disseminated and spread throughout the world. That's Metaverse 1.0. Metaverse 2.0 came early to mid 1800s with the invention of photography, the telephone, and motion pictures. So my grandma told me, she's born in 1918, she's like, Tai, I was born in Berlin, Germany. We used to take a nickel or whatever and we go into a movie, and all of a sudden I was watching Tarzan, and she's like, I'd never been to Africa, but here I was. I felt like I was in Africa. That's Metaverse 2.0. Now you could argue the internet and this live stream is 3.0. Like, I'm not here. I'm in Sweden right now, but I am talking to you as if I'm here with you. People used to be tough. Sailors would go on a boat with Magellan, leave their little kids, be like, bye, I'm going on this boat ride around the world. And you maybe never hear from your dad again. Or 5 years, 10 years later, they come back. There was no FaceTime, no emails, no letters even. So the internet brought email, brought FaceTime, brought Live, brought Instagram. You could use Facebook to connect with your old friends. That's probably Metaverse 3.0. Metaverse 4.0 is what you begin to see now. Augmented reality, mixed reality, VR, putting on a headset. Alex and I own a big retail brand holding company. We own big brands that most of them, when we bought them, we're doing at least 500 million in revenue. And we're taking those companies. We have a software suite called Brahms. It's a competitor to Shopify, but it also has a metaverse. And it's already being built for years. That's why I was saying you should get in my NFT collection, because people go, oh, for NFTs to be valuable, you have to fulfill the roadmap. I'm like, well, me and Alex, before I became business partners with Alex, I'm like, what have you done lately? And he's like, oh, I sold my company for $300 million. I'm like, boom, track record. That's the main problem in crypto. You're hanging your hat on a lot of people with no track record. Be careful. You go to heart surgery with a doctor with no track record. He may take your heart out. He may cut open the wrong side of your body. Oops, is the heart on that side? I would have never known. Track record. Track record. Okay. Who wants to win this Bored Ape? Right here, for those of you new in the stream. It's number 78.99. You know, a cool thing about crypto is you can go see this transaction. You can use an Explorer, and you can see that Alex and I bought this for the equivalent at the time of about $231,000, about the price of a house in middle America. And you might say we're crazy for that. We've already got all these offers on it too. People try to lowball you. It's so funny. Right when you buy a Bored Ape, people come in and are like, oh, I'll offer you $130,000. I'm like, motherfucker, I just spent $230,000 5 minutes ago. Why would I sell it? I just paid $231. Why would I sell it for $131? But hope springs eternal, ladies and gentlemen. I think they hope you accidentally press the wrong button and say yes. That happened recently. Was it a CryptoPunk? Oh yeah, it happens. It happens. By the way, for those of you who hold crypto, let me give you a piece of advice. When you get your seed phrase, this set of words, it's a very long password of sorts. Of course, crypto can't just call it a password because it likes to make everything sound super techie. But it's in effect a long password. Don't screenshot it and put it in your iCloud because people hack your iCloud. A lot of people. What the fuck? I hate that when who's calling me? Did I go off here on Twitter video? Can you check Twitter video? Yep, it went off. Motherfucker. We should turn this on. I have a phone here. I got 11 phones on live. Who has that fucking number?
It's probably just a spam call or...
How to connect to TAI LOPEZ on Discord. Just go right now, TAILOPEZ.com/NFT. We are blowing up Discord. Blowing up Discord. I think we've broken it a few times here. So who actually owns some NFTs? Does anybody here on Instagram or Twitter, any of you own a Bored Ape? Who owns a Bored Ape? Who owns a Bored Ape? Someone owns a project. Someone said buy an AMC. I don't know about movie theaters, man. I don't know that that's a great investment. Maybe. I'm not a hater on AMC. Those of you who are in the Reddit groups and you're like all about buying. I don't know. I like to buy things that are software based. Software, the future is in software, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to make your money in software. Top market cap, like Shopify is more valuable than BlackRock. Somebody said no way. Okay, you don't know what you're talking about, but good try. Name anything that has more value than software. The only thing is the collective real estate of the world, but that's very fragmented. So the software, some of you are like, I don't know what to do with my life. I'm like, learn how to code, learn Solidity. Like if I was 18 years old, my advice to myself, I have lots of pieces of advice, but one of it will be learn to code. Especially something like Solidity, not many people do it. You can learn, there's new blockchains like Solana that have their own language. You can learn that. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about Twitter. It's the video, whatever. I don't care. So there's a simple piece of advice that has a lot of positive externalities for you. So Ali said, dude, if I win this, change my whole life. Yep. Somebody's going to win it. Go in my Discord, get on the whitelist, and I'm going to give this thing away. Right before I do my NFT drop, make sure I'm going to release in the roadmap for my OG NFT collection called OG Original Garage. It's full of utility. It's going to be a limited collection. And you want to be on the whitelist so you can grab, because a lot of these NFTs sell out in the first, 90 seconds. You're not on the whitelist yet. By the way, even if you're not on the whitelist, you can still buy the NFT. Hold on one second. What else? Alex, what else? What's something in the news? Somebody posted, what's a question let's do a little Q&A for Alex or I. He's behind me here on this little Zoom. You can see the Bored Ape. He's in the corner here. He's got, how many monitors do you have, Alex?
8 right here.
Alex has his 8 monitors right there. Alex built his own hedge fund trading software in like 2013. So.
Are you okay if I go?
Yeah, you can go. My cousin just flew in to Sweden here. How many hours have you been awake?
Only 20.
20 hours. She had a lie flat seat and you didn't even use
I
it.
tried. Had a lot of melatonin.
Melatonin.
Yeah, I'm usually okay.
By the way, who owns Atlas USV? That's another way you can get on the whitelist. Own Atlas USV. Like I said, defensible price right out of the treasury. I'm a co-founder. Alex is a co-founder. Go look at our charts. Look at our charts compared to all the other DeFi projects. I'm like, I've been telling people, but sometimes, you know what I learned in life? A lot of people have to learn the hard way, which I hate to say because it's a son of a bitch. You know, in the book, Richard Dawkins' book, The Selfish Gene, talks about that the thing about the human brain, it has the ability to not learn through trial and error. Don't listen to people who say you can only learn through trial and error. What does Richard Dawkins say? He says the problem, organisms that can simulate the future without experience in the future have a leg up on organisms that only learn through trial and error because trial is costly and error is deadly. So don't just listen to people say, oh, the only way you're going to learn crypto is to lose all your money a few times. No, you might not recover from that, okay? You don't have to put your hand in the fire to learn that fire is bad. You don't have to get run over by a truck to learn that you should look both ways. But that's the modern education system. Doesn't give people real world experience. And if you don't have real world experience, guess what? You learn the hard way. Atlas USV. USV stands for Universal Store of Value. So you can just go to atlasusv.com, you know. Somebody said they lost 280,000. What'd you lose 280,000 in? Best option for someone with under $10,000 to invest. Here's my advice to myself since I started out making money. First time I started making 100 grand. Put your money in 3 different buckets. High risk, I call that the Vegas bucket. That you can put in crazy things. Then you have your super safe, just put it in cash. It can be fiat, it'll be okay. Or it can be stable coins if you love crypto. And then you have this main bucket, which is put the money back into the things that have been making you money, the reinvestments, okay? So those are 3 places that you can put your money. And if you're super risk averse, put most of the money in the super stable stuff. But think about your money in different buckets because people get all weird and they start FOMOing and going by envy and my other. Remember what Charlie Munger said, there's no great tragedy in other people getting rich when you're not. It's just, that's what's gonna happen. People are going to get rich and you're not. But you only got to get rich once. And to get rich once, what do you have to do? You have to catch trends early. You have to not be a skeptic. I got in a little debate with somebody on Instagram and they're like, well, the reason that we are, you know, skeptics is because there's a lot of bad stuff out there. And I'm like, that's true. And of course. But the problem is most skeptics are skeptical on the very things they should not be skeptical. And the people that are actually about to fuck them over, they have no skepticism. Just think about your dating life, you know? Look back at your dating life. Look back at your friendship social circle. A lot of times you were betrayed by people you had explicit trust in. So in general, the human brain is very easily fooled. There's a great book on this. It's one of the greatest books ever written that nobody's ever read called The Folly of Fools by Robert Trivers. He's a great genius. I mean, he's the father of evolutionary biology. Founded the department at Harvard. You read that book, it'll blow your mind. You know, so what do I think of Axe Infinity? I mean, this is a super high performing, you know, gaming protocol. I'm not a gamer, so I don't speak too much on the gaming world because it's not my expertise. I'm more focused on DeFi. I've been in finance my whole career, you know, and so that's, you gotta stay in your circle of competence. I like utility NFTs because they're memberships. You know, and I have been doing, I had nightclubs as the first business I ever bought in Raleigh, North Carolina. I bought, you know, I was in that business. So what's the book name? The Folly of Fools. The Folly of Fools. What do you think about giving you, somebody's asking me to just give them $5,000. All right, Alex, let's do another giveaway. Do it in Discord right now. Another $500 either in Bitcoin or ETH. So I'm going to do it in 2 minutes. You got 2 minutes to get in the Discord. TAILOPEZ.com/NFT will take you for free into the Discord. TAILOPEZ.com/NFT. I'm going to pick one person right now that's in the general room just chatting. That's all you got to do.
I'm not looking at the phone.
No, wait 2 minutes. Let people get a chance here. Let people get a chance. We're just about to crack 25,000 people. I'm going to try to get this over 100,000 before I do my NFT drop. That way, maximum amount of people know about it. Username is Spicy Bagels. You can learn a lot about the human brain by people's usernames. There's like 3 types of people. One are practical people. Their username's like their own name. Bob Smith. Then you got the people that I feel like want to be cool and want to be perceived as, you know, outliers. So they come up with some name. I mean, that's where Bored Ape Yacht Club came from. This kind of outsiders being like, fuck society, you know, which is fine. You know, there's a lot of things wrong in society. I can't hate on that. And then there's kind of like the middle ground people. No, there's the people that are super afraid of being known publicly. So they're like the anonymous people. It's just like their email's like b7342@gmail.com. I'm kind of, I don't know which one I'm at. Maybe I'm in the one that likes to just make up funky names. I'm in the funky name category. Oh, here's my stage. Yeah, dude, the UI on Discord is hilarious. I think it was built by apes. Like, fuck Bored Apes. They stuck a whole bunch of monkeys in a room. They're like, how should our UI work on our Discord? I like Discord, but jeez. Sometimes you just see, like Facebook. Who's used Facebook recently? What kind of hodgepodge menagerie of horrificness is the regular Facebook app? I'll tell you, Mark Zuckerberg was smart to buy Instagram, boy. He was smart to buy Instagram. Jeez. Smart to buy WhatsApp. Acquisitions, which is what I'm going to do. My NFT, for those of you who get in my NFT collection, I'm going out and buying real world assets, brands, and bringing the member-only aspect to it through the NFT side of things. It's going to be cool. No one's done what I've done before. It'll be the first one ever. Nobody. People have done, they've hinted around it, but not like this. Not a global social club that owns nightclubs. That, like, think of Soho House will be like a competitor, you know, and we'll have a metaverse aspect as well as a physical aspect. You can't find TAILOPEZ.com/, well, you have to go to TAILOPEZ.com, not just TAILOPEZ/. Tai has the best book referrals ever. What's a good book I read recently? The Cold Start Problem is a pretty good book. An old school book people haven't read, Where Good Ideas Come From. What a good book by Steven Johnson. If you haven't read Where Good Ideas Come From, especially if you're in the crypto space and you want to understand like the concept of the, you know, formulation of cutting edge ideas, that's the place to do it. Discord name, TAILOPEZ.com/NFT. I guess I should have had this pinned the whole time. Let me just do this. TAILOPEZ.com. I'll do it in all. Next time I got to do this at the beginning. Let me pin my own thing. I got my Bored Ape as my new profile. I'll do it here on Facebook. Hello from New Zealand. Where is everybody from? Who's the most exotic person here? We got anyone from like Mozambique or something? Nepal, Bhutan. We have somebody from the Marshall Islands. We have Siberians here. Give me something good. Who's like a good location? Or not good, but exotic. Of course, for me to pin this, I need a PhD. Okay, there we go. Gold Coast of Australia. Okay, Arkansas, Wolverhampton, England, Okay, Mongolia, you're in the running. You're in the running. live. Oh, why can't I pin by? Oh, there it is. YouTube's already done. So I paid $231,000 on this Bored Ape. Somebody's gonna win it. It's gonna change your life. There was a kid yesterday on my live call, and he's like from India, and he's like, I don't know how old he was, 15. He's like, Ty, I like crypto, but someone's hacked, or I sent $100 to the wrong wallet. And he's like, it took me 9 months to save $100. I felt bad for the kid. I was sending him 500 in Bitcoin. Started crying. We all take for granted how much money we have, you know? If you live in the Western world, we're all kind of spoiled. So don't forget where you came from. Make sure you pay it forward. I've tried to pay it forward, given away a lot of stuff over the last 6-7 years. This will be a big thing. I gave away cars, a whole bunch of Mustangs and Camaros, and you know, I'm gonna do more and more of that, kind of do crypto philanthropy, you know. Cool thing about crypto philanthropy, it was crazy. When I was trying to do giveaways, I couldn't. How do I give away $500 to somebody in India that doesn't have a bank account? That's the cool thing about crypto. There's a utility everybody's forgetting. You know, I can just instantly, this kid's 15. I'm like, get a MetaMask, get Trust Wallet, whatever you have. I'm going to send you $500. Get Binance, you know, whatever. And that is a cool thing. And it's going to change the world, ladies and gentlemen. And some of you don't believe in it, but you're making a mistake. Can you charge the TikTok live's about to die? So what else? Okay, now let's give away the 500 in Bitcoin and ETH. One person that's in TAILOPEZ.com/NFT who's actively chatting right now. How's the chat looking? Is it wild?
It is. It's wild that people are playing it. It's interesting game because Discord cannot process the messages. It was a batch and it freezes.
Oh, we're breaking Discord right now. I did this once on Instagram. I had one post that had over 400,000 comments. We should try to see if we could set a record on Discord for the most. So we're giving away 500 Bitcoin. Next month, I'm giving away the Bored Ape to one person who's on my whitelist for my NFT drop. I'm doing a mint here next month. Okay, Alex, I'll tell you when. Can I have something to drink? Can you give me one of those waters? Okay, here I go. I'm gonna count to 5. I'll be like Dwight Schrute on The Office. Remember that one where they're like unveiling the Christmas tree, and he's like, countdown: 30, 29, 28, 27. Jim's like, why would you start so high? All right, I'll count down from 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, who's it on? Who's the winner? King Holt? King Colt 1330 in my Discord. We're sending you $500 in Bitcoin or ETH. King Colt 1330. See, that dude's personality type is like a combination of innovator and then just give up. King Colt, what the fuck's 1330 symbolize? Somebody's trying to verify on Discord, not working. I'm telling you, Discord is toast. I think we broke Discord. We've done it. Our invites going out have like broken it. We have to reset. What's up with Discord only having 1,000 invites?
I mean, they're trying to prevent us bots, I guess.
Yeah, but we don't have bots. Just you wait. When we only have 25,000 people in the Discord. When this sucker is 125,000, it's going to explode. I haven't even posted on my Instagram yet that I'm doing this Bored Ape giveaway. So get on the whitelist now because it gets a little trickier to get in now. So make sure you're working to get on the whitelist. And when I drop the whitelist, when I drop this NFT collection, the first mint, you'll be able to grab it before anybody else. Somebody said they can't send a damn message in Discord. I did this. It's funny. Discord reminds me of like Snapchat back. Dude, I used to get wacky views on Snapchat. I remember I got 9 million on one Snapchat story. The first post got 9 million views. I think once I got 18 million, but that was when I was like at the Grammys or something. But Discord has that feel of like the news. It's not new, but it's like, it pops, man. All right, I'm going to give away 500 here on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. right here, not just on my Discord. All right, so Alex, you got to tell me first. Close your eyes. I'm gonna pick one of the platforms. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay. Wait. Do it again, because Twitter's offline. Okay.
Stop.
Okay. Facebook. All right, Facebook. Here, Adam. When I tell you, everybody on Facebook, comment. All right, count to 3. Alex, tell me when. I'm gonna grab my Facebook. What?
Stop.
All right, Ryan. Shit. Ryan Buxton. Ryan Buxton. I'm gonna reply to you. I'll pin you for a second. Oh no, do I want to pin? Fuck, why can't I reply? Oh, there I can. Boom. 500 winner. So we'll send it to you. Either make sure you get a wallet, keep it secure, don't be screenshotting your seed phrase. We had a guy we know just got $30,000 stolen from him out of his crypto wallet because he screenshotted it and stuck it in his iCloud. Somebody hacked the iCloud, which there's a lot of apps that connect to iCloud, and just popped them, man. 30,000. He was, justifiably angry, but we had told people you got to be very careful with that. That's the only downside. Crypto puts the responsibility in your hands, and people don't always like responsibility. They want other people. They want the banks and the government. But remember, there's no free lunch. When the government controls all your stuff, guess what? They can also fuck you over. And banks can definitely fuck you over. Who here has had the world's greatest experience with banks? Not me. I mean, dude, I have a lot of different bank accounts, a lot of different banks. It's just some of the stuff they do is ridiculous. And I've got a lot of money in there. Like, they take advantage of people that don't have money. They take advantage of me. And I was thinking back when I had no money, then they were doing the same thing, taking too many fees out, overdraft fees, and then the overdraft fees cause you to have more overdraft fees. What a scam. I mean, look at all the money that Wells Fargo was fined for just making up accounts, free account. They wanted to hit their quota, so they'd make free accounts just to charge more fees. And they got slapped on the hand. A little bit of white collar crime. The CEO walks, Then they're putting people in prison. They're putting people in prison for smoking marijuana. But, I mean, what a double standard in this world. By the way, the criminal justice system should be on the blockchain. Judges make a lot of mistakes, especially there's a good book. What's the book I was just reading? Not Super Intelligence, but it was talking about how humans. Oh, it was the new book by Malcolm Gladwell. Judges only get right about 1/3 of the time who should go get bail and who's a menace to society. Computers get it right 50%, almost double. So you'll be better off you could argue there shouldn't be a bail system. Some people don't like bail at all. Like in Scandinavia, there's no bail system. They find it unfair to poor people, right? Because if you're poor, you can't post bail, so you get stuck in jail. And when you're stuck in jail, you can't pay your bills because you can't work, and rich people can post bail. So that's Scandinavia, a lot of the world finds bail system to be fucked up. But if you're going to have bail, it should be on the blockchain, because impartial software will do a better job. It won't see color, for example. There won't be racism. You can't look at things like that. A lot of times judges look how somebody looks and go, oh, this person has to be guilty, which we know. It's a lot of people that know how to put on appearances and look pretty that are pulling all kinds of bullshit. In fact, be wary of the pretty face is the one more likely to fuck you over, my friends. More likely. All right, I have 15 more minutes, then I have to go. I gotta go. I'm hungry, jeez. Why am I so hungry, Rick?
Probably because you did not eat enough food.
Thank you, Rick. Rick says it's because I didn't eat enough food. That is a profound talk right there. Ladies and gentlemen, we're dropping gems on this call. We're talking about the reason people get hungry is because they don't eat enough food. There you go. Good thing you're on this call. What would you do without this live call? Learning profound things like that. Alex, what's on the top of crypto news? Let's pull it up here. Let's see what the mainstream media right now is saying about crypto. They always have something stupid to say. By the way, they were like, oh, Bitcoin's going to crash all the way. It's up to 37,000. Even though Atlas USB, by the way, which Alex and I co-founded, is a much better Bitcoin. And you can see it in the charts. See it in the charts. Last 7 days, we're up 6%. Most of this shit is down 50%. The DeFi tokens. Okay, top crypto news. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see what's going on. Russia prepares roadmap for Bitcoin and crypto regulation. Scaramucci-backed GMI PAC will support crypto-friendly candidates. Scaramucci wanted me to be on one of his podcasts, if you know who that is. Terra Luna drops 20% while Symbol token climbs on Friday. Alex, why do you think Terra Luna was one of the week's biggest losers? You awake? Are you on mute, Alex? I can't hear you.
I was mute. I think there's a little bit of fun going on with their stablecoin. I'm sorry, USD. So it's a little bit of fun. I mean, also the one way to think about it is that when something
I'll make this louder.
right for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Like Terra Luna.
Yeah, when things have been moving up for so long, a little bit of a correction. Don't be freaked out so much.
Exactly. It's a crowded trade. It needs to be, it needs to unwind before, even if, it goes up, it needs to first let us some steam. It's very typical. I mean, you see it in, like, even stocks that have had.
Yeah, it's very similar to the stock market. A lot of people are saying crypto is very, Bitcoin moves with the stock market. One of the big arguments for the advantage of crypto is it's uncorrelated to the markets. But remember, all things are going to be somewhat correlated. If a asteroid hits the world, everything is going to be correlated. Everything's going to move down.
Yeah, they call it risk on, risk off, right?
Yes.
It's kind of psychology. So when it's risk on versus risk off, everybody has the same. It's not like people who do crypto do not own any stock.
Yes.
So vice versa, it's the same people.
It's all psychology, crypto psychology, modern fiat psychology, the stock market psychology, real estate psychology. Yes, there's real world underlying fundamentals to it, but don't ever think that anything on this earth is non-psychological. There's if you have a bulldozer company and you move rocks around, there's not much psychology, but you got the psychology of the driver. That's why the greatest human skill for all of you wanting to make money, you better become a psychologist. I mean, I study psychology more than I read business books. 25 cognitive biases. I've added, over 15 of my own cognitive biases over the years. As I understand, I've got my 300 foundations, which are 300 mental frameworks I use to navigate life and business. Somebody said, what do I think about the vaccination? Did you see Denmark's the first country? I was just in Denmark 3 days ago. Denmark's the first country to declare COVID basically I won't say a non-threatening disease, but an endemic disease. Everybody's going to have it. It's like the flu. They've lifted everything. Next week, there'll be nightclubs, no masks. I'm here in Sweden right now. There's no masks here, but it's interesting to watch. Sweden got vindicated. Everybody talks shit about Sweden, And you know what the problem is, Alex? Because people pull up, okay, at this period of time, Sweden had more deaths than, say, Norway, Finland, Iceland, Denmark, other Scandinavian. But they don't understand the noise of statistical insignificance and significance. So one country is always going to pop at one given time and subside. But overall, it turned out Sweden was right. Maybe they didn't do it right with the nursing homes. Certainly when you have something that's of the magnitude of COVID, which is real, for sure people got COVID. I don't think anybody, even the conspiracy theorists don't believe that, but they didn't shut down the country. And it's a wealthy place to be. Sweden has 5 times the billionaires as the United States per capita. It's a great, there's a lot to learn one of the problems in the United States is we get a little too cocky and we don't always learn. You got to learn from everybody, no matter what country it is, no matter how it may seem that you think, the second you think you are always right, you get taken out. And look at the UK versus Sweden. Now, you could say London's a bigger city with more congestion, more people rubbing shoulders, more inbound from around the world. And there's truth to that. Look, I'm not a epidemiologist. I don't understand, I'm not a virologist, although my friend is one of the top PhDs in the world. And the second this came out in March 2020, the beginning of COVID, I said, can you look at the science and give me your opinion? Because I was trying to decide whether to be aggressive and buy businesses. He said, Ty, everybody will get COVID. That's what he told me. And that's why Alex and I decided to be aggressive and buy up all these businesses over the last 2-3 years, because it was unstoppable. And that's exactly what happened. At some level, everybody will end up probably with some variety of this over 5-10 years. And again, I can't tell you. People ask my opinion on the vaccine. Look, my cousin's a doctor. He's unbiased. He says people with the vaccine certainly are less likely to die. Now, you look at countries that are going to do 5 boosters, and even the doctors that were supporting the vaccine are like, you can't hit the human immune system that many times. You're going to weaken it. So, it's a tough one. But all I can tell you is take life into your own hands. Last 3 years, every time the media says things are horrible, there's always an opportunity for you. And pretty much I do what opposite of whatever the mainstream media says. So right now they're super bearish on crypto. Oh, blah, blah, blah. There's all these articles in Wall Street Journal. NFTs are just reselling screenshot and JPEGs and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, they don't even begin to understand the wide range of possibilities for these things. Don't get your financial advice from reporters. I can tell you that. I mean, look at what people do that have made money. A lot of people have made money, have moved into this space. They're buying NFTs. They're talking about, they're doing DeFi. Look at the youngest kid on the Forbes list. Besides Zuckerberg, is the founder of FTX 3 years ago, 2019. He wasn't even doing crypto. That's why it's good news for some of you. That's why I say, go buy some Atlas USV. Yeah, I'm a co-founder, so I have a vested interest in telling you that, but buy $5. You can buy it on the Polygon network with super low fees, or you can buy it on Ethereum, or we're on multiple chains, right? Buy some, learn it. You don't have to use a lot of money. As my mentor, Alan Nation, said, never be the first or the last to try a new idea. E-com, still wide open to get into, to get into e-com. I'm in e-com. I mean, Alex and I own some of the biggest e-com companies in the United States. Still an opportunity. I told people social media marketing. Social media marketing makes people a lot of money. So at the end of the day, I highly advise each of you, do not be these highly skeptical people that just lose, Anyway, I'm going to go. I'm getting tired and hungry. So here's your last chance. This is how you get a chance at the Bored Ape and more giveaways. I'm doing it in my Discord. You go to tailopez.com/NFT. That'll redirect you right to the right place. tailopez.com/NFT. My Discord is going through the roof. You'll see it. It's crazy active. It's real. It's not bots. It's a whole community. You can meet new people. It's a virtual social network. It's not what you know. It's who you know. There's a lot of truth to that. And so this is an opportunity not for you just to get access to my NFT, my OG social club, but also for you to meet new people all around the world. And one of those people, I always say you're like 1 or 2 connections away from making $1 million. Maybe somebody, that's how I learned YouTube. My YouTube ads, I was at a mastermind and some dude came up to me and said, you should try YouTube ads. That was in 2014. I was ahead of the curve. I was in Facebook ads in the beta program. People are like, oh, you can make money in Facebook ads. I'm like, yeah, 12, 13 years ago, you could really make money by catching trends early, knowing the right people. And getting my NFT growth, I'm gonna have a limited amount of NFTs, and it gets you access to my social club, my masterminds, conferences, the access to nightclubs and lounges and VIP and all this stuff that I'm doing, both with physical real estate and in the metaverse on social media. So if you want access, be watching for my OG social club. All right, I'm gonna call it quits here. I'm gonna start